Okay, here, look, what's this? Distraction, distraction, distraction. Whoops. Welcome to the 10 Acre Woods. My name's Mark, and today we're going to talk about, well, just messing up in general. Bloopers. So over the last couple of years, I've been doing some editing and moving over a couple files here and there that plans for doing a blooper episode. So before we get to that, I just wanted to get a little update here on Bronwyn. People have been asking, has she had her little lamb? She has not as of yet. And we just were in communication with her previous owners, and it turns out her due date was mixed up. So she wasn't actually due the last few weeks. Her due date is actually coming up. She is kind of right in the middle of the due date time, so we should see something happening within the next, I would say, 2 weeks. But you can be sure I will be making a video, and you will be finding out when she does have her little lamb. So first of all, I'm going to start off with just losing your train of thought. Saying something and you just kind of veer off course as to what you were thinking, or maybe you just mix up the words. That's happened quite a bit. So here's a couple clips on losing your train. So if you watched a few videos ago, you will know that we were putting together some feed from raw materials. The materials are grains. Right. A little too much. Okay. Okay, there you go. Yes. Now somebody had asked in the questions, try that again. So somebody asked in the comments about rabbits and how to take care of them, and to do a video on looking after rabbits. Welcome to the 10 Acre Woods. Today I thought I'd go over a few answers, answer a few questions. Alright, so I've done what I can here, and there is proven method? No. So working with animals. Yeah, okay, so a couple of these kids are right here. We have Carl and we have Billy. So these are our two intact studs. We do have another one, Bobby. Where's Bobby? Oh, Bobby's right here. Bobby's in with the alpacas. Bobby, hey. Hey, bud. Hey, bud. How you doing, buddy? So Bobby isn't as rambunctious as these two boys here, because they're, yeah, I know, you're gonna keep playing with my tripod, aren't you, buddy? They're not quite as rambunctious, but in working with animals, especially Carl here. So if you've been watching videos for a while now, you will have known that I'm often saying, "Stop it, Billy," or "Stop it, Carl." And about what was it? It was 2017. It would have been Canada's 150th birthday. I was planning on. Well, I was hoping to get called out to a, it was called Canada C3, Canada Coast to Coast to Coast. And what they wanted to do is they wanted you to make a video about you and yourself and post it to go on this ship that was leaving from the East Coast, across through the Arctic, and then ending in Vancouver on the West Coast. So I made this little video up just about who I was and what we were all about. And of course, Carl was right there, egging me on, just getting me going. So here's a cute clip on myself and Carl. Here, what's this? Look, what's this? Look, what's this? What's this? My name's Mark McKean from the 10 Acre Woods at Enola, Manitoba. In Enola, Manitoba. Hey, stop it! Oh, you just can't win. Okay, Carl, stop. You're not Just be nice. Yeah, rub. My name is Mark McKean from the 10 Acre Woods at Enola. Hi, my name is Mark McKean from the 10 Acre Woods in Enola, Manitoba, Canada. And as you can see, we have a petting farm and animal rescue. I'm also the rental director at the Enola Community Club, an amateur photographer and videographer. I have a YouTube channel which we talk about these animals and how to care for them and how to house them and how to feed them. And Carl's being a little silly here. I would love to go on one of the legs of Canada C3 to show the rest of the world what we have to offer here in Canada in all its beauty. So hard to do with a goat here. But anyway, I have lots to offer. I would like to learn from other people across Canada, and I'd like to help with knowledge. I'm all about knowledge. Now, animals seem to do unexpected things at different times. You can see here is Coco that I've mentioned before, and she really enjoys her pigs. They have a symbiotic relationship where I guess they just sleep together, share each other's body heat, and I guess Coco gives, it seems to always be Petey, which is underneath there, the white and black one. She always seems to stand on Petey. And no, it doesn't hurt them at all. If Petey didn't like it, I'm sure he would push her off her back. But working with animals is definitely, or can be, a challenge. There's been times where I've set up the camera, get it all framed out, and then go over and get in frame to discuss something with the animals. And, well, they just don't want to have anything of it at that time. So a lot of the times I'll do this kind of shot where I'm holding the camera myself. I don't have a cameraman or camera woman to frame me in all the time. And it just doesn't work out all the time. Sometimes it does. But here's a couple clips where I ran into that same problem. Okay, so goats. So where do they carry? So, okay, well that one's not going to work. Let's try that again. Come here, Snow. Come here, Snow. Well, okay. You guys, come on. Moving around. Wow, it's quite windy out here. I don't know if you can catch that. Vanya! Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh, nice. The first chick of the year, and it just pooped on me. Now, do you ever have a time where you go to say something and it just doesn't come out? The old frog in the throat syndrome? Well, I've had a couple of those too. Starting off some of the videos and doing the intro, it just doesn't seem to come out right. And some of those are pretty comical. Usually I'll just do a retake of that and carry on. But here's a couple cute little shots where it just didn't come out right. There. Okay. All right. Good morning and welcome to the morning. I don't know. Are we going in this way?
Morning. No.
Welcome to the 10 Acre Woods. My name's Mark and this is Tara. Tara. Welcome to the... Yeah. So then we come to Little Turbo here. So I talked about Carl and Billy and how they're a little rambunctious. Of all of our sheep, it would have to be this little troublemaker here. So it was this past summer, or spring actually, when we had our kid goats. And I was out in the yard filming a nice montage of the kid goats playing and running around as people were doing goat yoga out in the yard. So I took this nice shot of this, you know, this one kid goat just sitting there. It was all nice and cute. And what happens? But Turbo happens. He comes along, and for whatever reason, Turbo, he decided, well, he didn't want that little kid there, so he was just going to push him out of the way. So it was a little bit shocking. No kids were harmed in the making of that video. Everything was fine, but it was just, it was a little bit shocking. Hey, Turbo, are you a little troublemaker? Yes, you are. Good most of the time, but he can be a little out of control. So here's that clip. Oh!
Turbo! You just headbutt him?
Yeah. I was getting a nice, serene shot, and then all of a sudden, this big, fluffy thing comes up from behind.
Did you actually have video of it?
Yeah.
We'll bring the right leg.
So a couple years ago, I picked up a drone. I wanted to do some droning. I guess that's the term. I figured, well, I'm going to start out with just a cheap drone. I'm not going to go with the expensive one quite yet. So I went on the internet and I found a $100 drone. And I started playing with it and flying it around. The camera wasn't very good on it, so I figured, well, I'm going to strap my $400 GoPro to the $100 drone, and we'll take some shots that way. Well, that didn't work out too well. So it was right after a thunderstorm, and I think there was some electromagnetic something in the atmosphere because the drone just seemed to die completely and drop to the earth. So that was interesting, and only a few weeks ago, my Phantom Pro that I have, there's one problem with that, and I think it's the problem that most people have, is when taking a shot and backing up. People tend to back up into things, mainly trees, and that happened a couple weeks ago. The drone actually was completely intact and no problems, but you know, I try to keep my equipment in good shape, and I hate to crash it. I've only replaced a couple propellers on them, but here's those two clips on drone flying. Your little butt. It's your little butt. I just gave Sheldon some oats. So Sheldon's doing fantastic. And what I was thinking, hi buddy, yes. What I was thinking about doing was doing a recap on 2018. Just to kind of run down everything that's happened this year. And of course everybody's stories along with Sheldon's story, right? And you are doing fantastic. Now there has been some questions about him going out with the other animals, and when we're going to do that. Will he be doing that? Yeah. So the same thing happened to Lucy quite a few years ago, where Lucy had some problems. She's now 4 years old now. I think 4.5 even. But she had some problems as well, so she was kind of kept away from the herd for a while, just to make sure that she wasn't bullied. And Sheldon's going to be the same thing. So this spring, summer, we'll migrate him back out with the herd. We'll keep an eye on him, of course, just like introducing any new animal. And I'm sure everything will be fine. So you'll be able to watch through that as the spring comes and getting them out in the yard. So that's it for this video. So I hope you enjoyed this little blooper reel. I'll maybe throw some files aside as I do future edits. But it's just fun to kind of get a behind the scenes look as to what happens. The videos, they seem to run seamless, but sometimes you can run into some problems getting what you want, especially with working with animals. So until next video, again, I hope you have a wonderful holidays, and with New Year's coming up, be safe out there, and we'll see you next video. Take care. Bye-bye.